What's good, ladies and gents? I hope you're doing well. Welcome back into the channel. If you are new here, do subscribe to the channel. We have got some exciting things to cover with Luna today, looking at price analysis, but also some critical news around hedge funds and also Anonymous, the very much anonymous group, of course, targeting KWON himself, allegedly, of course. So this is pretty crazy stuff. Do stick around if you want to watch this kind of thing. We can also see, guys, I did say let's not get too excited about what's happening with this relief bounce. It always happens following extreme fear. We can see we've got some red back in the market today following that euphoria, because basically the smallest pump right now, it just gives us all the signs of euphoria and greed, and people get excited and start FOMOing in again. So Bitcoin is traced back down to that 21k level. Ethereum is back to 1200, and you see on the week we've still got some nice pumpers, but some coins are just retracing slightly at present time. So what's going on with Terra right now? We're up 5% on the daily time frame. Let's give it a quick refresh. You see, we're up 6.63% now, $2.35. We are ranked 221, so the market cap is extremely low for this project, but we've had a significant amount of volume come through over the last few days, and you know, it's not really been here for a while. We don't have much price history. There's not much data here to actually go by, but we're just basically skating along that $3 to $2 range here with the new version of Terra Luna. So let's have a little look what's going on. The first things first, I saw this tweet which was really interesting. Hedge funds have targeted Tether, borrowing hundreds of millions in loans to short USDT since Terra Luna collapsed. You can see here the Tether CTO responds, actually, Paolo Ardonio. I don't know how you pronounce that, apologies if that's correct, but you can see the first thing he said was, "I have been open about the attempts from some hedge funds that were trying to cause further panic on the market after Terra Luna collapse. It really seemed from the beginning like a coordinated attack with a new wave of FUD, troll armies, clowns, etc." Crazy stuff, guys, just crazy. And this is why we love crypto, because just so much craziness. And here is another report that does confirm that these suspicions do remain pretty true. So hedge funds reportedly shorting USDT with hundreds of millions. Tether CTO responds. So that's basically the tweet we just saw, but nonetheless it's just seriously interesting. So we can see there's a news article here from the business2community.com website. Terra Classic LUNC up 55% and USTC up 237%. Time to buy Terra. Well, what I wanted to show you on this particular occasion was actually the anonymous vows to uncovering KWON's wrongdoings. So I'm just going to play this video for you. Let's just play it because I think it's relevant right now and it's pretty interesting. So stick around for this bit. It's a couple minutes long. Hope you don't mind. Well, also this is the anonymous YouTube. So 290 subs. Head out to
Greetings, citizens of the world. This is a message from Anonymous for KWON. The past several months have been bad for crypto and the economy as a whole. We were likely going to experience some pain in the crypto industry because of the macro environment, regardless of what was happening internally. We were also due for another bear market this year, but the actions of KWON, the founder of the Terra Luna ecosystem, is single-handedly responsible for scamming billions of dollars away from retail investors. KWON made a name for himself with his arrogant tactics, trolling competitors, critics, and acting like he would never fail. In fact, he said that he found it entertaining to watch other projects fail.
I wonder how many of these companies you think are entering the space just because it's hot and there's a lot of funding versus the ones that will still be here, like 2 to 5 years later.
95% are going to die.
Yeah.
95% are going to die. Yeah. Yeah, there's also entertainment in watching companies die too.
There's entertainment. Oh man, that's so evil. At least you get to learn from it, right?
On one occasion, he called a journalist poor for asking him difficult questions.
Psychopath, like the arrogance, he's so conceited. I hate this guy.
However, he was quickly knocked down by the markets. The louder they are, the harder they tend to fall.
Yeah, and
News
so
has now
all the
come to light
retailers.
that he was cashing out over $80 million each month as Luna was successful. KWON denied these accusations in a roundabout way, but not exactly. In a recent Twitter post, KWON denied cashing out $2.7 billion, but that doesn't account for the $80 million each month that he was apparently taking. He claims that he lost most of his money along with everyone else in the market, and that he was also all in on Luna. The information that he was taking millions from the protocol each month comes from testimony of Terra Labs employees during interviews with the SEC. As a result, Do Kwon is being investigated for money laundering, in addition to the other accusations against him of malice and fraud. Sometimes people just make mistakes, and sometimes businesses fail, but there is significant evidence that Do Kwon had bad intentions from the start.
It's a cycle of life. You begin from nothing and go back to nothing. And that's exactly where I want to be. So I think Terra is going to be the decentralized money standard across the entire blockchain, across all the blockchains. And I'm excited for Terraform Labs to contribute a significant portion of that early vision, but eventually to go back to nothing.
Before launching Terra Luna, Do Kwon worked for another failed stablecoin called Basis Cash. That project failed due to regulatory concerns and investors lost money, but he was never held accountable because he was working under the anonymous name Rick Sanchez, taken from the popular cartoon Rick and Morty. It is obvious to us that Do Kwon has plenty of secrets and he has been very sloppy in his execution. Multiple governments are conducting their own investigations into the scammer, but so are we. Anonymous is looking into Do Kwon's entire history since he entered the crypto space, to see what we can learn and bring to life. There is no doubt that there are many more crimes to be discovered in your trail of destruction. Do Kwon, if you are listening. Sadly, there is nothing that can be done to reverse the damage that you have done. At this point, the only thing that we can do is hold you accountable and make sure that you are brought to justice as soon as possible. We are Anonymous. We are Legion. Expect us.
Oh boy. Oh boy. This is like a movie trailer, you just want to see the next part. So yeah, that's also pretty vital news I thought I'd share with you guys, because Do Kwon is going down, boys and girls. Well, we don't know what truly is going to happen, but you know, it does claim that there is a lot of pressure and hate for this guy right now. So yeah, hopefully he does get brought to justice, because thousands upon thousands of normal people like myself and you have suffered because of his deleterious actions. So anyway, we're going to look at some price analysis right now for Terra. Why is it pumping? What's going on? Well, recently we've been trading along this key level of support. Now, following the 200-week moving average capitulation on the 13th of June, Terra did bottom out around about $1.61. And we've already basically put through a nice rally from this particular low all the way to the swing high that we had up here. We've basically put through over 70% already. I'm trying to get that exact pinpoint. 73% from this swing low to this swing high. And so far we're correcting from this swing high around about 16%. So what I saw happen was, of course, this key area of support that was respected the whole way through, and a lot of consolidation along here across the last week of June. We got this price explosion at the moment, and it took us all the way up to $2.78. We've got a lot of selling pressure around here. We went back into this descending channel where we also had a nice double bottom bullish reversal pattern take Terra back to the upside. So I'd be waiting for at least a retest of this $2.20 support. Then maybe we will see some continuation to the upside. Of course, now looking at this swing high to swing low, we've come back down to that 0.382 Fibonacci level as a support. And if we do see continuation to the upside, I will be looking for the $2.49 price level in the near future for this particular project. I do think that's a pragmatic level. Now we've got some big resistances, of course. $2.80 is being one of them, in my humble opinion, because of the swing high over there. So if we do try to actually break through to high levels, $2.80 is probably going to be a likely area that we do see a bit of rejection for this project. So yeah, right now, what can we see on the hourly time frame? We're very overbought. 4-hour time frame, again extremely overbought at this particular area, so it could just be one impulse that will just lead to continuation to the downside. What's just happened there? Bear with me, I'm just going to get my chart back. Luna, where are you? Why can't I see? So yeah, what we were saying is basically overbought on this 4-hour RSI, guys. So it's not looking good. It is no surprise that we did see the pullback at this particular level. Daily RSI, again, we don't have much data, so there's not really much to go on, but we have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 daily green candles in a row. So it does show a lot of significant price momentum to the upside. It's quite bullish, but really the project is still tainted with a bad reputation, and the founders behind this project are not innocent, so there's never going to be full integrity and trust in this project ever again. And I personally think this project is not really worth investing in unless you do enjoy a gamble. So far, it's still a macro downtrend. We're still putting through constant lower highs. As you see, every single high is just becoming lower. Well, effectively, we did put through a higher high here, but I still think we're just going to see a bit of continuation to the downside. Should Bitcoin also see continuation to the downside, if the trajectory and the bearish sentiment continues, we could still see a $2 Terra Luna once again. But let's see what really happens. I mean, 30-minute time frame, it's hard to predict what happens on the shorter time frames. You can see we're just getting a small pullback here on this 30-minute time frame. Using our fib retracement, that takes us to the golden pocket where we're slowly getting a little bounce. We may see some sort of impulse to the upside, but again, I do think it's quite unlikely, just given everything that has happened with Terra Luna. There is no good reputation. Legacy investors simply do not care anymore. They've not received their compensation. They're just left angry and distraught. So fear and greed index today we're seeing at 10, guys. Of course, lots of fear in the market. That does lead to potential opportunity to accumulate dollar cost average. Personally, I am grabbing Bitcoin today. If you want to also get some Bitcoin today, make sure you head down into that description below, click on the link, because it does look like a very nice time to buy according to our Bitcoin rainbow chart on this logarithmic regression. Here it is, we're back in the green, blue section, shall I say? And every time we're in the blue, historically, it's always yielded strong results. So that's about a wrap for this video. If you enjoyed, do subscribe, comment, like, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.